Good evening, good evening. How you guys doing today? I'm with my partner, Jacob Bell, and he's transitioning from working to working for himself. Got his own business, and he's actually very successful. Maybe he's gonna drop some knowledge that's gonna help us, including myself, become successful. So, JB, how did you go from working, going to school, and then starting your own business?
Well, chose trade the AC business back in like 2015. Went to school
This is when we were laid off, right?
before we got laid off.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
kind of seen the writing on the
Yeah, we
wall.
did. We seen the writing on the wall.
Started just taking classes, and time I got in school, a month later,
Mm-hmm.
laid off from the coal mine. Focused on learning the craft. Could have went back to the coal mine a little earlier. Took the sacrifice. That's one thing about business. You don't take a sacrifice somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Took the sacrifice to learn the trade. Took me almost a little over a year and a half to go back to the workforce. I learned the trade and did it on the side for a little while and started building up a lot of clientele. And when we went on strike, we just went full fledged business mode. But 2018, I actually did all the registration of the business name. 2019 got the state certification. 2020 got all my license numbers. So it was a process, and slow process, but we finally got it going, and we in business now, and it's 2022.
Okay. So, what was like when you said, "I'm finna step out here"? Like, what was the fear, the nerves, or the doubt when you finally say, "You know what? I'm finna really do this. Step out and do it instead of just talking about it." Because it's one thing when you work, you don't have to worry about all the overhead. You don't have to worry about capital. You don't have to worry about employees. You just show up and work, go home. So what is that experience like when you start working and you have all these new, not issues or problem, but all these new things you have to think about when you are running a business and you're trying to be successful?
You got to step out on faith, man. You got to do a lot of preparation of your mind because you're not making paycheck money. So you're not gonna get when you first start out. You used to getting that paycheck every week, every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Money come different when you got your own business because it's all about making a profit, or if you incorporate your income into the business, the business still making money. And the biggest thing, I think the biggest fear of mine was, will I be able to sustain my or maintain my current lifestyle, transitioning to a business, and now you're dealing on somebody actually calling on your service.
Mm-hmm.
So before I went out there, I just made a lot of connections and contacts, got myself some sustainable business, kind of consistent, and then I stepped out there, and it still was a difference, but you gradually build. You got to stay consistent, and then it kind of comes in time, but you got to prepare yourself for not making money like paycheck money. You got to be able to prepare yourself for, I got to make a profit. That means hours are different. You got no hours.
Mm-hmm.
You working long hours. Try to make the money, but it comes with consistency and a good mindset of what I'm actually trying to do. What's my future goal?
Okay.
If I want the business to sustain, I know that it ain't gonna happen overnight. Gotta be ready. So what we talked about before. Everybody gotta be on board.
Mm-hmm.
Your whole family gotta be on board.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like everybody buying into your dream or your plan because it's just different. And once everybody buy in, and it's tough. It wasn't easy to get everybody to buy in, but you got to be one of the people that preparing yourself for everything that's different than having a paycheck coming in.
Okay. Okay. So when you start this business, did you think about getting loans, or you was like go as you need, or obviously working in the mine, affording, making a good living, making good money, could you stack up and do that? Because some people when they start, some people like I got money saved up, and some people like that safety net of maybe getting a loan. What did you do?
Basically, like the coal mine supplied
Mm-hmm.
my business. Well, I worked and saved up a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
I was fortunate to have a job where I could make money and save money.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you got to be, even with even with somebody that may not have a job like that, you know, if you saving money, it's like that got to be very, very important to you.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the things that may be considered hobbies, you put that to the side for the sake of your business.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling anybody, you want to start a business off, you got to have some capital.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to have good credit.
Mm-hmm.
And because you got to have something to what we call float money in the business. I don't know if it's a business term. We call it float money.
Okay.
Float money means you got enough money that if you ain't making no money, you still can live.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
and cover your books
and still cover everything till everything come in,
mm-hmm.
or you know, you might have a seasonal job, or you may have a boom on the weekend if you selling or something like that. So you know, you got to have money to sustain life and be able to pay that money back if you borrow money. But I tell everybody I had a good paying job. I was able to set myself up and buy a lot of things. So things like that helped me out. But in everybody I talk to about business, you gotta have a source of capital. Where is you got good credit, or you got money,
mm-hmm.
Or you got somebody backing you, investors, all that stuff. You gotta have something to sustain, because it's not like the paycheck. I keep saying that, but it's not like.
Okay. So, what were some of the things you did to build your brand? And I don't mean that in a practical sense. I mean, like, obviously, to be successful, you have to do a service or have a product.
Right.
And if you're good, it travels by word of mouth. But
right.
What are some of the things you did to build the brand and make your name stand for something? That's pretty much your brand. It's the name. When they call your company name or call you,
right.
What are some of the things that you did to build that up where people have good rapport and good things to say?
I'm gonna tell you in one word: reputation.
Reputation.
I'm in the service business,
mm-hmm.
So my reputation is everything.
Okay.
My employees, I tell them my reputation is everything.
Okay.
From the girl answering the phone to us doing the work, my reputation is everything, because one of the things I learned about the business is that word of mouth is way better as a marketing tool than sometimes even business cards and posting stuff on social media.
Okay.
So your reputation, and you will hear it.
Yeah.
When you go out to the field, they'll say things like, you know, such and such gave me your number, man. They speak highly of you. You want to hear that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you want to hear that. And so when you transition, understand, people say you work for yourself, but now your customer, your boss.
Yeah.
So it ain't like, you know, you don't have a boss.
Yeah.
I got 400 bosses now.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If Miss Jones call me right now, I gotta go.
You gotta go.
You get me? So it's
you're standing on your word and your company.
And I told her I got her.
Yeah.
You know, as far as providing a service for her.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, one of the things about it is reputation.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss Jones give my name to Miss Thomas. Miss Thomas gave to Miss Alice.
That's it.
You know, and that's how we built it. So having a good reputation, being honest, being fair, being reasonable, and just being about what you say you about, and you know, sustaining it.
Okay. And when you build this brand, you build this reputation, what was some of the things when you first started your business, like what was your support system, the people close around you as far as your family, your kids, your wife, and like friends, like what were some of the immediate things that were able to kind of help you know that you're doing things right and it's leading to something better? Because a lot of time you can jump out there and you ain't got no parachute,
right,
and then you don't have people in your background that's motivating you or saying you can do it, and sometimes people will turn away. So what were some of the things you had that kind of helped you stay out there and realize that this is really what I want to do?
I had a good support system, but I was driven in myself. One thing that I learned through just personal experience is the word perseverance.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, everybody don't believe you, Doc. Everybody don't believe you, man. Everybody don't believe in you.
No, they don't.
You know,
some people want to see you fail.
I do. You know what? I think it's only 2 people that I know want to see me fail. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you turn it into a little motivation. You know, it's just like, you know, playing sports and you did an underdog.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you kind of feed off of it a little bit, but you got to be almost self-motivated.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that personally that I didn't want to do and you know me from working.
Mm-hmm.
I never wanted to fail.
Never wanted to fail.
Whether I was a roof boat or a mountain man, I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be the best.
Mm-hmm.
So I never wanted to fail.
I agree.
I never wanted to fail, and so that was me personally. You gotta have it in your side yourself, because everybody, you know, having a cheerleader thing in this business, that ain't gonna motivate you.
Nah. Okay.
One thing that you gotta be as a boss and an entrepreneur is that you gotta be a leader. So, you know, some things, your motivation comes from your inner drive,
Mm-hmm.
and so you gotta have that in yourself.
Okay. Now that you've been in business for a while, how has your company grown, and how do you see your vision for the future of not just your brand, but creating that generational wealth, and also creating an opportunity to be a boss and be able to hire who you want to hire? Like, is that something that's important to you, to be able to go in places and say, I got you, come on, you can work with me?
Yeah. You know, when I first started off, it was just me riding around in the truck.
Mm-hmm.
And now we done grown to 5 people. It's been a process. We got two service trucks.
Okay.
Working on the 3rd.
Okay.
The future, and I'm pacing myself, because I've seen a lot of business open and close because you get too far ahead of themselves, and now you got a lot of overhead you can't cover.
Yeah.
But in the future, we trying to do things by revenue that we know equal profit.
Okay.
You know, right now we probably 6 figures. You know, but I think though in the next 5 years we can hit $1 million.
Okay.
In revenue.
I hope you do. I hope you do, and I'm gonna be right there to celebrate.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I think we can do it.
Me and Willie gonna get you some roses.
but it's just like what I say is that business is all about progress. So if you sitting there and you making the same amount of money or the same things you did 2-3 years ago, that's not business.
You really ain't going nowhere.
No, you always gotta be thinking here. A class I took at SIPCO, Mr. Williams taught us in leadership. He said if a CEO can't see 5 years down the road, fire. He ain't no good.
He ain't no good.
He's not a frontline supervisor. He's not like the guy that's sitting there make sure the line move. He's not the guy that's sitting there and make sure his department run. He's the CEO. He got to be the visionary. So when I look 5 years down the line, I think that we can do $1 million or $2 million in revenue. So that's just my mind, but it's a progress. We doing real good and we moving. And I say that humbly, not bragging, whatever, because it's hard work. It's hard work.
It is. Okay. What do you, when you step from working and now you work in the field and you run a company, what is like some of the terminology, or what was the learning curve like of the words? Because things change from just doing the job to now you got to look at paper,
right?
You got to look at revenue, you got to look at this and taxes and all that. What was that transition like?
All right, to help anybody out in going to business, and I keep saying it, I took classes, I sat in seminars and things.
Can I ask you this?
Wait.
When you was at a SIPCO, did a lot of the classes you take really help you now?
Leadership class. I forgot what they called it, but it was a class you had to take like an apprenticeship to be a boss. And you had to take this class. You learned the levels of management.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got like the CEO, the department heads, then you got maybe some in the middle, then like a frontline supervisor.
Yeah.
Frontline supervisor, somebody he over a squad. But the department head, he over that division. But then that CEO, he don't get his hand dirty, but he all up here.
Yeah, it's up here.
So one of the things that get back to your question though, is that I learned 3 terminologies: the marketer, the manager, and the technician.
Okay.
The guy that taught us this, he turned a lot of small business into big companies, but he said that you can to be successful, you can be 2 of them, but you won't want to be all 3.
Okay.
What I mean by that is that the technician is the person in the field. He the one that got his hands to the plow.
Okay.
So like myself, fix air conditioning, fix heaters. That'd be the person that's probably cutting hair, the guy that's probably cooking in the restaurant. That's the technician. Then you got the marketer. The marketer is the one that's going out and promoting the business to get more business. Then you got the manager. The manager handles the taxes, the payroll, the management, the back end of the business, the insurance, the calls, the dispatching. That's 3 different departments. So my man said you can't be all 3 because something gonna go lacking. He said you can be 2.
Okay.
But you need to just really just be 1.
Okay.
And eventually you hire somebody and put them in every spot.
Yeah.
So like right now, we have somebody in management. I'm still doing technician and marketing. My goal is to get somebody in technician and solely focus on marketing, so that I can go and sell the brand. You get what I'm saying? So now it's just like you. If you gonna get your gun stole,
yeah,
you gonna be behind the counter first. That's technician. You're gonna be shaking hands to get customers to come and buy. That's marketing. Then you're gonna be in the office doing everything else. Now you gotta pick one though.
Yeah,
it's gonna be. Now you can be, and either one of them still has successful business because you know everything.
Yeah.
So now I still check in with the management. Hey, where we at on tax? Where we at on payroll? Where we at on this? No, I'm not filling it up. But I want to be able to call my technician. What's going on? While I'm still shaking hands. So if anybody want to get in business, understand those 3 things that I focus on. I preach to a lot of people that if you're gonna be in business, the marketer, the technician, and management. Those are 3 key positions that I had to learn when I came out of being a worker to being an entrepreneur.
Okay. For your business, what do you see as some of the, as far as like obviously we know technology, every year things get better.
Right.
You have to keep training. What do you see for yourself and your company as far as staying ahead of the curve and ahead of the market?
You got to be invested in what's going on some kind of way. Like I say, down the line.
Okay.
Remember now, CEO, he's a visionary. You know, y'all see how Van Rich out there?
Yeah.
Van Rich is looking down the line to see what I need to do to stay ahead of the curve. So when I'm at home reading journals, when I'm on YouTube, we ain't looking at nothing but things concerning the business. When a new book come out, or they print a journal, or they have an expo, we there. We trying to get ahead. So when this thing come along, we not catching the wave when it hit. We prepared for when it come through. So and that's investment in the novice business. You almost like it's almost like somebody that's in sports. Like you wonder how much they put time in it. It's like watching film. All them things you investing. Though you ain't on the field, you using your time wisely to learn. So I tell everybody this right here. You don't stop educating yourself.
Okay.
Me and my brother had a talk. He's a CPA, and he said, he's always practicing. I said, well, that's the same thing as a doctor and a lawyer. They practice law. They practice in medicine. A CPA, he's practicing account. He's practicing. So you're always current. So don't stop educating yourself. Don't stop reading. Don't stop investing in knowledge. Use your time wisely. We don't just go home, kick our feet up in business world. We go home, man, and figure out what's the new way to be entrepreneurs and what may come down the line and may affect our business.
Okay. You've been in business for a minute. What is the best investment you made in your business to this point right now? Is it the people? Yourself, or maybe you done pushed your marketing, pushed your advertising? What do you feel like is the biggest investment you made for your company thus far?
I think maybe the biggest investment that we have made was just in education. Just always trying to keep people highly educated, and because we got a technical field, so trying to stay educated. So we invest a lot of time that we don't get paid for, but it's valuable in education. Trying to learn better things about the trade, better things about the business world. I think me coming out of school with no experience at all in business, that I take a different approach on it because I know that's vital.
Okay.
So the knowledge. I think the best investment we have in now, all the tools we done bought, all the things we done spent on trucks and all that stuff. I think knowledge is our best investment.
Okay. You've been doing business for a while, obviously successful, and I'm definitely proud of you. I see that. What is like? How does it feel when you can bring somebody along, hire who you need to hire? It's like when you work for somebody, it's like you go to and say, hey, let me hire this person, bring this person on. But now you can do that. How is that feeling to be able to help maybe give somebody else an opportunity for their family to eat?
It's a good opportunity when somebody you able to do this, especially for those that you may have a personal relationship with, and for somebody to come along and that they just raw and you giving them a trade. You know,
I think we need more trades.
Oh yeah, we need more people in the trade.
In the trade, getting back into them.
I mean, you know, everybody want to go to college and things, and you know, I'm not knocking that at all. But we gotta if you looking to make money, you want to make money.
Yeah. What's it?
You want to make money, right? You want to make money.
Carpenter.
What I'm saying is your objective. If you going to school, is making money.
Make money.
If you willing to get your hands dirty,
you can make money.
You can make money.
That's it.
All the trades are permanent opportunities, man. Mm-hmm. It's just I see it out there, especially with this city being it's a flip market, it's a turnover market. You got new things going on all the time, and it's a growing city.
Oh yeah.
And
this world game is putting us on the map.
And a lot of people are stressed out about they don't got people to do the work. So the things that I tell everybody, man, if you want to put time in and you willing to grow, take the 3 stages: the apprentice, the journeyman, and the master. If you willing to walk in them and you know put them couple years, the same thing you may be putting in college or whatever, hey, you can be a 6-figure man like they are. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So and a trade you can pass on. And one of the things that I have thoroughly enjoyed was taking somebody that's green, don't know how to turn a screwdriver, and you know in time we build them up to where they can actually go and perform the task at hand, and they become very knowledgeable with the skill. And once you learn a trade like this, you can't take it with you. When I was in the coal mine, I couldn't take that skill to many places.
Yeah, you can't.
You know, where can I take a roof boat?
You can't. Never get on the ground.
But when you learn to teach somebody about electrical work, the plumbing work, the carpentry work, all those things, and that man can come out here, man, and you know he got that for life. And that's the beauty to see somebody in their raw state that's hungry. Remember that now, they gotta be hungry.
Yeah, you gotta want it.
And you train them up, and now they in a position, man, to make great choices based off their skill set.
Okay. You doing this right here, what do you think the impact will be on leaving a legacy for your children? Something they can shoot for, something they see and they can touch it, not just tangible, they can touch it and see the hard work their dad put in. What is that legacy and that impact you're leaving for them?
What I want them to be able to see is that you can use God-given ability to make a living for you and your family.
Okay.
And we know we always talk about get a good job. But in the trades, they see the check with your name on it. They see the phone call. They see that people really want you to be they guy.
Mm-hmm.
And when my son said he was, you know, my son, he's about 21, and he said that I didn't know that you was that popular. And I said, I ain't that popular. I said, they want the service.
They want the service.
I said, but out of all the people they call us.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, man, I didn't never know it was like this. So even if they don't see if they don't be a part of the trade, they know it's an option there for them. And I always can. I told my son, I said, son, no matter what happened in life, you got a job. Now you might have to start off on the bottom, but because your dad own a business, you always got a job.
Mm-hmm.
Now as a business owner, you that guy that can hire and fire whenever you want to. Mm-hmm. It ain't like at a job where you gotta go talk to somebody and say I got a referral.
Yeah.
Consider this guy.
Mm-hmm.
When you got a small business and things like that, and you that guy, you can get anybody a job. You know what I'm saying? They willing to work and they qualify.
Okay. Well, I always end the conversation we have on what are some of your do's and don'ts of being a business owner,
Mm-hmm.
and some of your tips or keys to being successful or being able to sustain success?
One of the dudes is always maintain good reputation.
Okay.
Another do is you're trying to make a profit.
Okay.
A don't is don't back down on your prices.
Mm-hmm.
Your price is your price.
That's a good point I want to bring up before we move on.
Okay.
Is in our community, it's easy for us to go to the Gucci store, easy for us to go over here, and spend money. But a lot of times when it comes to us, we always want to, can you give me a discount? Why is it with us we always like to just get a discount, but we'll go other places and pay full price?
It's a bad mentality. I can't for the life of me see why that mentality is so embedded in our community. But the only people that can change it is us. When I got in business, and I tip more now. Like I do other things because I want to support people that's doing things out there as far as the business. And I'm one of them people that just pay people what they worth.
Yeah.
So is that start that we have to understand that if somebody's doing a good service for you, if that person is dependable, if that person about what they're about, go and pay their price. They have thought about their price. They have thought about a reasonable price. They thought about a good price to stay in business. And when they come out with their price, it's a reason. If they price is their price. And so if I want a such and such to cut my hair and they charging whatever, bro, that's your price.
Yeah.
And I've told people, get out of that hole. I don't do business with black people. I already said you do business with Jacob.
Yeah.
Then it's just to knock down everybody.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that do real good quality work that look like me.
Yeah.
I do quality work. The whole thing about it, I tell people, they actually say, man, can you refer me somebody that be a cad, refer me somebody? I say, you got to pay them.
Yeah.
So I'm putting in their mind, if I send you this guy, he do quality work, but you got to pay him. It's the reason his price. So pay people their price. You know what I'm saying? And then if you experience bad business, that between you and that person, not everybody. So we got to stop doing that. We got to want to support our own community. Dr. King put out many years ago this billions of dollars in the black community that we take and do other things with. But it's a free word. Do what you want to do with your money. But there are quality people that look like us in business. Mm-hmm. Quality people look like us.
I know.
So
I'm trying to support all y'all.
Yeah, so we just gotta have a different mindset and change that so that we can build up the dollars in our community. Mm-hmm. The reason our community sometimes